puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I'll conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time taking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline, it's running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete that puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time taking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline, it's running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I'll conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time taking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline, it's running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete that puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time taking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline, it's running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I'll conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time taking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline, it's running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master, fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my gaze. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I'll conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master, fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my gaze. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I'll conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master, fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place.
Hello, everybody. Greetings to all our participants tonight, and greetings, Jim.
Hello there.
So, yeah, can I get a wave from all the participants tonight? Good luck, everybody. We look forward to seeing how you all get on with the puzzle in about 10 minutes. And nice to see some cats keeping our puzzlers company. Yeah, 1 week to go, Jim.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure everybody is perfectly calm and just enjoying the couple of days before they head off to Worlds, and everything's just nice and even. And if it happens to not be, back! No, I know everybody's rushing around trying to do final preparations. And it's good to be excited, and it is going to be a really great festival of puzzle nerds all coming together. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, actually, oh yeah, so before I forget, greetings to the viewers on YouTube. We have a lot watching. I'm sure you're all very, waiting in suspense to see what the image is. But yes, we found out about another event that's happening today we'd like to mention, and that is the Puzzle Party. You may have noticed that on the schedule, but without any details. There's like 2 schedules on the World Championship website. Of course, there's all the competitions, but then there's also the activities that are happening outside of that, such as, the world record, and soon there'll be tours and other information being added. But one of them is called the Puzzle Party, and you affectionately call that the Puzzle Shuffle. So go ahead and tell us about the Puzzle Shuffle.
Yeah, I don't think there's a definite name yet, but it sounds like the idea is that Tuesday morning at Worlds, there will be several puzzles on a lot of the tables in the dome, and teams will get together and start puzzling, and then every 10, maybe 15 minutes or so, we will shuffle people around so that way one person is going to a different table, another person's going to a different table, and really just mix things up so that way you're puzzling with different people on different puzzles and just having a good time. So keep an eye out for extra information about that. But I believe that's going to be Tuesday morning, before the individual solos get underway. So keep an eye out for information about that.
Yeah, and from what we heard today, it sounds like it's a pretty big event, so everybody is welcome. The numbers mentioned were up to 400 people, so 50 tables with 8 people at each table. So don't be shy and come along to that. If you want to do some casual fun puzzling, have a bit of a mix up and get to know different people and try some new puzzles.
Yeah. Well, on Monday, there's the Guinness World Record attempt where everybody's going to be getting a tiny chunk of a much larger puzzle and then trying to put it together all at once. I can't confirm this for sure, but the rumor is that if it goes very well, they may try to do a second round of it. So if you didn't get signed up for the official round, hang out by the dome anyway, because anything could happen and they might have another round. You might get pulled in to cover for somebody that's not there yet. So just check things out, keep on your toes. I think that's kind of one of the big things with Worlds in general is just stay on your toes to keep an eye out for changes.
Yeah, but I think something that came across very much today when we had our meeting is that the organizers really want to have a really good space where there's a lot of opportunity for people to come together and to get to know each other, and also to have a lot of fun. That's definitely the goal with these extra activities, and wanting people to get involved. Yes, so I just want to remind everyone about the new system that we are using. I see that already 49 people have signed in, which sounds correct. So everybody should have on one of their devices this. It should say once they've registered, there should be a timer saying 2 hours. And basically, if you haven't participated yet, once I do the countdown and click start, this automatically starts running up from 0 upwards with the current time. And there'll be a big blue circle with a button which says done, and you will use this done button to log your finish. If for whatever reason it doesn't work, because I know some people have said that their screen froze, then just write done in the chat as always. But as much as possible, try to use the new system, then you get automatic results, and we get more defined results right down to the millisecond. And one more note about that is that when you are finished, do not automatically turn off your screen or like fold your laptop down or change the angle. I do need to physically check every single person that they've finished their puzzle and confirm it before the results get logged. So it will also show on your phone. It will also say, just wait, your puzzle is being checked. So yeah, just staying logged in and until it is confirmed, and then after that you can close it.
That way, if somebody accidentally taps the mouse a little too soon or something gets jittered, there's a couple of easy fixes that we can do on this end to double check for things. Just making sure that everybody has a nice smooth puzzling time and that the results are accurate as they can be. All right, Michelle, I think you went on mute there. There you are.
Yes, and just in case you're wondering why we are doing, the registration says competition number 922 instead of competition 92. It's because something we didn't account for is that sometimes we have competitions with the same number. So last night we had number 92 flex, and the system won't allow me to make another 92, and we didn't want to override all the data from last night, so we just chose 922. So no.
What's a factor of 10 amongst friends? That's what I say.
All right. We still have a few minutes to go. Let's chat about the question of the day. We asked our participants What affirmations or positive messages do you tell yourself while puzzling, especially when you are struggling? Do you have any phrases that come to mind, Jim?
Oh man, it a lot of times it depends on what kind of feelings you're going through as you're puzzling, right? Because if it's one of those really really tough ones, you just start saying to yourself, okay, breathe. If it's tough for me, it's tough for everybody, and this is solvable, right? Like just keep pushing on through. A lot of times we'll tell people you are doing good, and to cheer every piece you get in, right? Even if it's just like, I only got one in this past minute and I'm floundering. Hey, that's one more piece that's in that wasn't before. So be excited about that and let that buoy you a little bit. Because the more you can stay in that positive mindset, the faster you're going to go overall.
Yeah, that's some good advice. And actually, I'll quote Sammy. So Sammy's answer was, I have a running monologue of Jim in my head telling me to go faster and giving me advice when I'm struggling.
Yeah, Sammy often accuses me of being the mental voice in her head, and hopefully the tiny voice will help her out today because I hear that this is a quick one.
Yes. So Tammy McLeod's her slogan is "Keep moving" with an exclamation and in capital letters. Keep moving. Beata says it's okay. This is just for fun. Enemies says keep on puzzling, like Dory in the movie Finding Nemo, who just says keep on swimming. And Anna Ruth says it is finite. This will end. You will enjoy the last 5 pieces.
A nice little final way to look at things.
Yes. All right. So we are now at that time. Let's unwrap the puzzle, everybody.
Oh man, I'm excited. Oh, I want to know what this genetically modified puzzle is.
Yes,
Oh.
Ellie says I should have named them 92 and 92B. Yes, what we realize is that our system doesn't allow letters. So I tried to do that. I tried to do A and B. So it didn't allow me. That's why it will come with the next update.
Oh wow. It looks like a collage with a gradient and some text on it. That's lovely.
Yes, so remove the plastic wrap. Make sure that the lid comes off easily. Yes, and I have some good news from the Flex 50 plus people. Everybody has finished so far. There might still be some videos coming this evening, but so far everyone who participated last night and everyone who sent in a video so far did manage to complete in the time limit. All right, looks like we are almost there. Puzzle box back on the table when you are ready. Okay, countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off on EJJ 92 Live with a custom-made puzzle. Michelle, you designed this one, right?
Yes. You'll have to wait to see the image on the YouTube stream. I'm just sharing it on the live stream. Yes, it is from me designed something that I really wanted to do. It's in order to make a fast puzzle. What is fast? A collage of multiple elements, of multiple sections, gradients instead of solid colors, and then the theme is actually, it's called Puzzle Mood Board, and it's basically the little things that I tell myself. So we have set realistic goals and then crush them, keep on pushing. Where is your sense of urgency? I'm a speed puzzler, baby. Adrenaline rush, and don't forget to breathe. So that's the...
A couple of those sound very familiar.
Yes, you just said a couple of them right there.
I feel honored.
Okay, so let's see who we have with us tonight.
Oh, wow. That's a really cool image. Oh yeah, I think this is going to be pretty quick because there's defined areas between each of those collage cells. The colors are very different, and then the text within those colors are pretty different. So this is very doable and pretty exciting to see how people approach it.
Yes, so first up we have Aiden from Switzerland. Oh, sorry, my list is Aiden from Switzerland, Alejandro from Spain, Anna from Finland. Okay, I'm
You can see that Alejandro is off to a pretty good clip here. I think he's pulling out the edges, or maybe he's pulling out the white block, that individual white cell that's over on the right-hand side. I think that's the one that says breathe. And this is one where some people are going to try to go for the full border, but because this is such a nice collage, you can really do this in chunks if you see it well. I think starting out with that pure white brick would be a good starting point if you wanted to, because it's the smallest cluster of pieces that are about the same that you can then work out of. And Ruperen is still getting through the flip, and it looks like they are sorting some of the edges over toward the right-hand side. You can see that they have kind of 3 layers of flip that they're going through, which is really cool. Anime K is finishing up their flip. We're coming in on the 2 minute and about the 3 minute line here. And they are doing a really good job. You can see that they're using both hands to grab a couple of pieces and store them in their hands before dropping them off somewhere else. That can save a little bit of time and transfer from the pile to where they're going to be working later, which is really great.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to do some organizational stuff in the background. Yeah, so yeah, as Jim said, we also have Annemie from Switzerland, Anna Roos from Netherlands, and Astrid from Denmark. But yes, we have 50 participants today, and yeah, this is the first of the of our puzzles that are not. Sorry, the first 2 puzzles that we designed, they were using AI. What is it called? AI. AI. That all the rest that we have designed are not using that, and they are using images from real people. And this is also the first one from the factory in Turkey, so it has a different piece cut compared to gradient blocks and the puzzle vibes. But it's from the same factory as Penny Puzzles, Sunshine Puzzles, the Budapest Collage, Enjoy Puzzles. So if you're familiar with those ones, it has a really great piece cut and a really nice feel to the pieces. So that also is something, one of the reasons why we did switch factories, is because I wanted to have a piece cut and a feel that would really help everyone to go fast. All right,
And it's so cool that like how much the cut plays into how fast some of these puzzles are. It's really neat to think about.
Yes, so we have Cameron from Canada, Carolyn from Germany, Catface Jen. I believe she's from USA. Yes, Jen Ludsford from USA.
Yeah.
So her first time participating in the EJJ, so welcome to you. We also have Alina from Finland, Francisca from Germany, and so Francisca O from Germany and Francisca T from Germany.
Yeah, Jen, also known as Jen Losby, she does a lot of Twitch streams every so often, where she'll go and you can watch her puzzle. And she's just a wonderful human being and is getting faster and faster all the time. And she was really excited to take part in the EJJ. She's been wanting to jump on it. So having the opportunity to do this very quick puzzle as this collage setup is really exciting. Cameron's doing an excellent job. It looks like they are. I think they've pulled the border and they're going for that upper left hand, that upper right hand side that's sort of that light purple color, which is really neat. Franziska doing the border in stages, which is really smart. I always like to see it where instead of just going line by line by line along the border, sort of a choo-choo train, they really do it in chunks that make sense quickly, and then you can attach those sections together really rapidly. It saves you a ton of time because you're working in groups that are a little easier rather than trying to one piece at a time. Elena is doing a really good job. Looks like starting in on some of those blues. Carolyn has done that white section, and Francisca is doing a little bit of border and some sorting along the way. And you always love to see a lot of mixed processes.
Yeah, and what was really fascinating last night, we had the Flex meeting, and I got to see so many different ways that it came together. So some went straight for the border, others did it one color block after another. And it was quite funny seeing somebody, they finished a section, but they had it isolated away from the other pieces, and then they just picked up that piece like it was a piece of toast or a slab of meat or something, and they had it in their palm of their hands, and then they just transferred it over, and then let it sink in. So it was just really nice seeing how all the pieces come together, and some people even did it sideways. So yeah, a little bit more harder to check the text, but yeah, everybody got there in the end.
Yeah, this is really exciting to see everybody just do their thing, and this is like a big push right before World. So having one last competition to set you on a good path is really important. And I hope that everybody is saying those affirmations. So I know some puzzlers, whenever they see text on the image, they read the text, or they kind of like try to piece the words together from what the font is. Do you think having those affirmations on the puzzle itself in any way is helpful?
Sorry, what was the question?
Oh, do you think having the affirmations on the puzzle as you're puzzling is going to help some of the participants?
Yes, because every time I get to the section, well, I've done it a couple of times now, but both times when I got to the section, don't forget to breathe, it was like I needed to be reminded of that.
Yeah. It's so easy to forget to do little things like that. I've talked with some people and remind them to blink every so often, because you end up staring at the pieces for so long, and it's like my vision's blurring. It's like, okay, you're allowed to blink. It's okay.
Yeah, so we also have with us Freya. She's from Sweden, Fruzi from Hungary, Hannah from Finland, Inga S from Lithuania, Inga S from Netherlands, and Inka from Finland. And I always like Inka's background. She has an aquarium. I can see the fish swimming around. Yeah, so some people going straight for the borders, and that's the other thing too. What I notice is that many people started on the green. It seemed to be the easiest that jumped out when it comes to pulling the colors.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised by that, because the green looks like one of the larger sections. So I'm a little surprised by that. But whenever it jumps out to your eye and you can grab it, go for it. If it's an easy gradient for you to play with, by all means, I mean, do what you got to do to get it in there. But you can see Hannah L is working on that lower left-hand side that has those darker reds. And I think there's a really smooth gradient in there that plays well with the text, and she's just volleying through that really quickly. And she also has the full border. Inga almost has that full green wrapped up here. And both Hannah and Inga are, world-class puzzlers. That are gonna have a great time at Worlds. Fruji there is doing a lot of sections, a lot of chunks, which is fun to see, rather than doing a border first approach. And it's all about what your eye sees and how you react to what the puzzle is. We're just hitting 10 minutes into this, so a lot of these puzzlers are probably through their first pull. They have the first couple projects done. So then you reach this awkward lull of, okay, but what do I do next? And that's when you just take a second to go, this is my plan, I'm going to execute it. And then start firing away really, really rapidly, and not let that uncertainty get to you.
Yeah, so one of my goals was to try to make it fast, but I was also really hoping for a confidence boost before Worlds. I mean, I know everyone is training with really hard puzzles. We've seen peacocks and butterflies, a lot of landscape photos, a lot of flowers, and I think everybody deserves a break. At some point it's like, oh, why am I doing all these hard puzzles? Am I a good puzzler anymore? I don't know. Why am my time so slow? But that's the training part. So we're just hoping that everybody has a good time tonight, and enjoys the puzzle. And another goal was that people can uh, puzzle well and puzzle fast, regardless what your skills are, so that it's good for people who like gradients, people who like text, people who like collages, people who like to look at the box. Whatever your skills are, that you can find a way to get a good flow into this puzzle.
No, this is definitely one that has a little bit of something for everybody, and probably a little bit of things that are a little frustrating to everybody, and that is what makes an excellent puzzle. Um, some people get thrown by font. If the text is a certain size bigger than the pieces, it can be a little rough. But the way that this sits on the pieces, it might be pretty straightforward. We can see Irina doing a really good job with the lower two cells there. Already has the dark red and that pink built out and flying through there really, really well.
Yeah, so on screen right now we have Arena from Canada.
From the US, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking, is it Canada or
US
is it the
slash Canada.
United States? Yes.
Yeah.
So she's Canadian, but she lives in the United States, and I
Yeah.
guess she'll be representing Canada at the Worlds. We
Mhm.
also have Jagoda from Poland, Kirsten from Germany, Lenka from Slovakia, Lena Beata from Norway, and Mandy from the Netherlands.
Yeah, it's fun to see how Lenka and Irina are basically puzzling inverse from each other, one going top down, the other going bottom up. I think somebody in the YouTube comments Kristen's mentioned that they usually puzzle top to bottom, and so that's what what kind of dictated the methodology that they were going to go there, and that's always great. If you have a system, it can take some questions off the table for you.
Yeah, I accidentally skipped Kati, so I've put her on the screen, and yeah, making great progress there. 3 boxes done already.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and Kati started with that white brick and then branched out into into that orange one. What's the text on the orange one there, Michelle?
The text on the orange one says "Keep on pushing."
Keep on pushing, and then branched down into the pink. So you can see Kati is so good at playing with those gradients. This is basically a festival of slightly different colored skies. So a lot of people that enjoy skies are going to have a fun time with this one. We're only coming up on about the 14-minute mark here, and people are making some really good progress. I know in the chat some people have been guessing what they think the finishing times might be, but go on ahead and put your guesses in there.
Yeah, so we also have Maria Magdalena from Germany, Mari from USA, Mona from Germany, Natalie from Germany, and Netta from Finland. And one of the things I really liked last night was seeing the people who really like to sort. So yeah, if you're a sorter, then this is a great puzzling for sorting. And we had like these nice, piles around the table. And also it was interesting seeing how some people sort, because when I sort, I flip everything out, I turn everything over, and then sort later into the colors. But somebody just poured everything into the middle, and each piece they turned over, at the moment they turned it over, they put it either orange up, green to the side, blue to the side, pink to the bottom, and they basically worked like in a star formation, and that was really fascinating for me.
Yeah, those big sorts up front can be really interesting. It starts off slow because of the way that you're directing things, but then it can really take off. You can see Maria here did a pretty decent sort up front where those greens are separated, the blues, the pink, and then she's able to just go line by line and build out what they're going for. Mari's doing a really solid job here. You can see she has the full border, almost all of that blue cell completed, and a lot of that lower red one. That's a decent chunk of the puzzle that she's got going there.
Yeah, so we also have Nina. She's joining us from Denmark, Olivia from Poland, Paulina from Germany, Pia from Finland, Puzzle Talk by Rosa from Finland, and Rachel from the UK. And at 15 minutes, we're seeing some amazing progress with really nice sections coming together. Borders looking really great, and yeah, also some sorting off to the side.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Rachel started off with that green cell and then branched down into that blue one. I think those are two of the larger sections there overall. And Rachel's definitely one of the top puzzlers. Taking a really well deserved break on this easier one compared to like doing some of those fur puzzles that I know a lot of people have been grinding out on. But it looks like Nina is doing a great job, has that full border. And you can see that she's filled the middle in with two different cells. And early on, this isn't that's an okay that's a good move because you have easy access to the pieces. If this were later in the puzzle, you'd want to be a little careful not to block the box too much. But there's plenty of room there, and she's going to be able to build out. But Olivia has this really great green and purple chunks and is building down. She kind of went left to right and then is starting to work her way down. I really enjoy this the different system these puzzlers are using.
Yeah, and I just want to point out as well that the borders that go around each of those sections, they're not all completely white. Some do have some are a bit more gray, some have kind of like a shadow. So even within the border, if it's bordering like, red on one side and blue on the other, it's not that it's the same the whole way down. You can also see a gradient within the border, which also helps. So we're now up. Yeah, so we started at A, we are now up to R. We have Rika from Finland, Sami from USA, Sarah from Sweden, Saka from Czech Republic, Steffi B from Germany, and Susanna from Germany.
Oh wow. And you can see this is a little bit more, instead of team green, this is much more of the team purple and reds in this grouping right here. These folks have started off on that right hand side, getting more of the nighttime colors locked into place. You see Steffi B has that upper purple side, maybe about 35 about 35% of the puzzle built up and doing a really solid job. I always like seeing where people put their piles. So you can see Suzanne has a little bit of a split pile, some on the left, some on the right, but it also has pieces sorted. And hopefully when it's really well organized that way of these are the things I'm going to work on immediately, these are the things I'm going to work out, it helps a lot. You can also see Suzanne has that blue section built out really well done there. Sarah doing a great job. I think they're starting in on that blue. And Sammy Brownlow with Chambi has a little hat there. Sammy has almost the full border and those two lower sections almost fully complete there. This is going to be a really close push in with a lot of folks. Oh yeah, look at Sarka. Just finished up getting the border in. She started out with a few of those cell chunks, but then decided to shift to get the rest of that border lined out. And I think that's going to help get the rest of those things locked in pretty quickly.
Yeah, so we're nearing the end. We have Tamar from Netherlands, Tammy from USA, Ulla from Finland, Estonia, Ulla from Estonia, Verena from Austria, and Veronica from Slovakia. Yeah, and I don't see anyone like starting just with the text or just with the frames. It seems like most people are going for one full section at a time. Something that I did see last night is that somebody did only the texts first, and then another person did all the white edges and the internal frames before starting with the color blocks.
Yeah, I think starting with just the text might be a little tricky here, because in each cell, the more you can lock things in, the easier life is. But some of those text chunks are pretty straightforward, like that big brown the brown words on the crush them. That seems like it might play nicely. Ulia has a puzzle mascot there. Giving a little bit of management tips, I hope. Veronica Vault has full border, that green section built out, doing a really spectacular job. And Tammy moving very, very quickly, getting that blue in. You can see she just did a big pull from the pile. I think she's going to start working on that lower left-hand side dark cell there, which is going to be really good. And as we cross the 21-minute line, I hope everybody is giving themselves a little pat on the back and making sure that you're giving yourselves those affirmations, because that 20-minute line is where you start to feel the pain a little bit. So you got to give yourself a push.
So I've just switched to Vicky and Victor. And Victor has done the green, purple, orange, white, and red sections, only has the blue and pink to go. So Victor definitely pulling out as a front runner. Very exciting here. And yeah, let's see who else is in the running for the first finishes. We are coming up to 22 minutes shortly.
Yeah, it looks like Victor has about 1.5 cells remaining, and it's that big group of blue in that lower right hand side. That's the purple batch. It might be a little tricky, but Victor is just really phenomenal on the color acuity. I know a lot of people say Victor just has cut memorized for Ravensburger, and that's what makes him fast. He's also genuinely that fast. It's not just knowing the cut. He knows what he's doing on a lot of different puzzles in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, I mean, Yagoda has 2 squares to go.
Mm-hmm.
Kati has 1. She has the greens left to go.
It looks like the greens and oh yeah, just that one big green one, and then a little bit of cleanup. Wow, that is fantastic. Yeah, Kati and Victor are very close. Yagoda has 2 cells, the blue and the green remaining.
Yeah, but everyone's looking fantastic. I mean, this is amazing progress at 23 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, so Yagoda is doing fantastic. Kati, Lenka, Inga, looking really great there.
Yeah, this is an all-star setup coming into Worlds next week. So you get a kind of a glimpse behind the curtain as to how some of the top of the world do it here. But you can see Inga's doing a really good job trying to get the rest of that right-hand side built out. I don't think she has a full border just yet, or some of those lower left-hand sides. But Victor is rapidly finishing up that blue section, and then he's going to move on to the pinks. Kati has just the green remaining and just a little bit of cleanup. I think Victor and Kati are maybe about even. Kati might have the edge here right now. And it looks like Kati's already pulled the border parts, or at least the outlines of that green. So she's going to be able to nail those in pretty quickly. And we know that she's able to fill in rapidly. So this is going to be really tight between those two.
Yes.
Oh, wow. And we could see Yagoda has just the green and the blue remaining. Did what you were mentioning earlier, Michelle, of like getting the outline between those sections rolling, and then grinding away from there. Lenka working on that orange gradient, really good sunset look right there. Victor has moved only to that lower right. His pieces are right next to where they need to be filled in at, so that's going to save him a little bit of transfer time. But Kati already has that red text built out inside of that green, and she is working very rapidly. This is going to be close between those two.
Yeah, Mari also only got 2 cells to go. I mean, I'm just flicking through all the screens. There's so many people who are, over 50% done at this time. So really exciting seeing it all come together. And yes, Victor on the final don't forget to breathe section.
Very important when you come in towards the close. We've seen so many puzzlers, they get close to the end and that adrenaline spikes and you start not being able to pick up the pieces quite the right way, the way that you want to. So making sure that you breathe and release a little tension goes a long way. But Victor and Kati, about piece even. I think Victor has the edge now because those pieces are right next to where his hands are, so he doesn't have to have that extra travel time. Kati trying to build through that gradient as quickly as she can. Checking in with some of the other people, Rachel Chambers doing a really great job. It has that upper corner and I think the lower right-hand side that still needs to get knocked out. Mari Black making good progress and trying to get that yellow, that pure white line in, and then can sandwich in and out. But this is coming down to Victor and Kati in the end here. And Yagoda springs out of the rest of the blue and is moving only into the remaining green here, doing fantastic work. We could see that, the screens are flying around, which is great. Victor puts a line in across the middle, and so now any piece he picks up is going to have a spot. There's no room, there's not going to be any ambiguity. Anything he picks up can go in immediately. I think Kati has the piece edge right now. Kati's only down to about 4 or 5 pieces. Victor, I don't think he's going to be able to catch up here. And Kati gets those last ones. She hit the buzzer. And I think she hit the time. Not sure if we have confirmation yet. Victor's still filing away. And there's Kati hit the done.
Yes.
Congratulations, Kati.
Yes, 26 minutes and 27 seconds. Congratulations, Kati.
Absolutely blazing. Phenomenal work. And Victor cleaning up those pinks very rapidly, using that gradient to his advantage, getting one piece in at a time. We could see all the other competitors just flying here. We're gonna have a lot of really fantastic times. Oh wow, yeah. I always like seeing how physical Victor is during his close. His hands just rotate those pieces so quickly, and he sinks it. And Victor locks in second place. Congratulations. And now remaining, I think we have Inga and Lenka coming into the next couple of slots here. Inga has that lower right hand, the lower 2 cells. I think Lenka only has the lower right hand one to finish up, and then a little bit of cleanup here and there. I think that lower right hand has given a couple of people a little bit of trouble, but she's making really good progress here. You can see that she's alternating between doing the upper part of the gradient and the lower part of the gradient, switching back and forth, so that way you can squeeze in from both sides the extremes of the colors, and it makes life a little bit easier to play around with. You go to finishing up those greens, a little bit of slowdown inside of that text, I think, but still able to charge through. I think Yagoda's down to maybe about the last 15 pieces or so here. Really chugging away. Hannah has those orange and pinks remaining. You can see that all those pieces are on the right-hand side, right where they need to go in. It's a little thing, but it starts to add up over time, being able to get the rest of those in.
Yeah, there's so many people just coming up in behind.
Yep.
Everyone is doing fantastic. And I mean, can you believe that we just had the first finish with 26 minutes 27 and the second finish with 27 minutes 17. And Yagoda takes third. Fantastic, Yagoda. Congratulations.
Congrats. This is really phenomenal. And I know we're coming up on the 30-minute line. I think some people might be just in there to keep it under 30 minutes. We'll see if Lenka can push just a little bit faster to get the rest of that in, keep it right under 30. We're going to see Inga is blazed through that lower right-hand side pink section. Inga is so good at gradients and skies. It makes total sense that she just demolished that section. And now she's going to move on to that lower left-hand side that's a little bit darker color. But I think Lenka is going to be able to wrap this up here. Can she keep it under the 30-minute line? We're going to see. Rotate those pieces just a little bit. Trying to get those last ones in. And Mari Black is left on, it only has that lower right-hand side to finish as well. You can see she's bouncing from side to side, trying to sandwich things in. I think Lenka hits the button. Congratulations, Lenka.
Yeah, this
absolutely
is just
phenomenal
amazing
work.
Times here. Everyone is doing fantastic.
Yeah. For those of you playing at home, getting a puzzle done in under an hour is really, really, really good. Getting it done under 50 minutes, fantastic. 40 minutes, amazing. To get it done under 30 minutes is superhuman and really, really phenomenal. But we can see that Mari Black and Inga are coming into the close here. I think Inga has the piece advantage because that's a smaller section, but Mari's doing a really good job to finish up. I think Rachel Chambers is also looking really good on the same section. They're going to be in a little bit of a roll off. Inga coming into those last few pieces, getting the text lined up. I think those blue that blue black text sticks out really well on that red background, and she's just nailing them in piece by piece, using both hands to rotate and sink them in one at a time, little by little. Mari speeding up here, trying to make time, but Inga slides in. Congratulations, Inga. Very, very well done.
Yeah, so we also had Alejandro finish and Inga both in the 30 minutes time, and we just crossed over 31 minutes. We have our top 6. Congratulations. And we have so many just in following in their footsteps. We have Hannah, Mari, Rachel, Astrid, Vicky, and Olivia all on the home stretch. Go, go, go. Here comes Mari.
And there it is. Congratulations, Mari. and apologies to Alejandro. I didn't have you on my smaller screen whenever we were checking things, but congratulations just to say. Well done, Mari. And there's Rachel just behind. Well done, Rachel. This is absolutely amazing. To have so many finishers under the 32-minute mark is bananas. Like these are some of the fastest puzzlers in the world for a reason, and this is what they do whenever they're given the opportunity to just run wild. Absolutely amazing work, guys. You can see Hannah L coming into the close as well here, making some moves. Astrid only has that green upper section. I think that those that gradient in the green is a little more difficult to work than some of the lower sections, but the text there is a little easier. So it's this trade-off of what do you see in which case. But Hannah is blazing through that pink section. We could see Lynn working on the lower right-hand side, those pieces a little separated. Olivia doing a great job. Everybody's kind of coming into their last sections here. Vicky only has the blue remaining. Are we going to see more people finish in under the 35-minute line? I got my fingers crossed. I believe that we can do it. I want to see how many people can get in under 35. And Hannah finishes.
Yeah, Hannah finished, and sorry, I just missed Verena. She came in just a few moments before. Congrats, Verena and Hannah.
Congratulations. And this is one of the amazing things. Whenever you have a field that is this stacked, where everybody is this fast and can close so quickly, it's really difficult for the cameras to keep up with who's going to be in what position when, because it changes so quickly. So congratulations, Verena. We're super excited. And we can see Olivia finishing up those pinks right next to Astrid, trying to work on those greens. Vicky getting a boost of physical speed to finish up those blues. We're going to see how that who can run into the next slot. I think Veronica only has a little bit of that blue gradient remaining. Can she work around the text in order to sink the rest of it in? Olivia going one piece at a time, sort of checking the spots little by little, brute forcing it, but getting them in very quickly. I think Olivia might be able to pull this out. And Sammy Brownlow coming into the close as well, only has the blue chunks remaining, a little bit behind Veronica. I think Veronica's going to be able to pull this out. But 33 minutes, we're going to start feeling that slog start feeling that slog slink into your muscles a little bit, trying to say, hey, just give me a minute, slow down. And this is where you breathe and you decide, right now, I need to make sure I have urgency in my body to finish this up. I want to keep going. I want to make sure that I finish as fast as I possibly can. We can see Veronica and Astrid neck and neck coming into the end here. I'm not entirely sure which way this is gonna go. I think Veronica has a little bit of a piece advantage, going to sink in those last couple of pieces.
Yeah, we just had, after Olivia, Francisca finish. Unfortunately, she wasn't on screen, and then closely followed by Veronica. And now we have Saka as well. We have so many people on their last finish. Let's just take a quick look at Saka. There, her puzzle is done. Wow. Congrats. So we've now got 14 finishes under 35 minutes.
Absolutely amazing. Congrats, everybody. And there's a couple of people in the chat already saying, if anybody wants to bring this to Viola Deed, they would love to do it. Meineke, I think reach out to people. I think there'll definitely be some people that'll bring it.
Well, I can tell you that I don't have any more space in my suitcase. However, you may order a package and get it sent to your hotel. It costs €16 shipping to Spain, flat rate. But I have no more space in my suitcase.
And Steffi B finishes. Congratulations, Steffi.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't have on camera Arena and Steffi B, but fantastic. Great times. And Arena was exactly on 35 minutes 00.
Oh wow, that counts. That counts as going under. If you're right on it, it counts. It's an inclusive number, not an exclusive. Congratulations, Irina. You can see Lynn coming. Linne. Sorry, terrible pronunciation. Finishing up that pink. You can see everybody's just moving their hands as quickly as they can, trying to get those last pieces in, trying to not let the adrenaline get to them too much. Sammy coming into, I think, the last 10 pieces or so. Anime only has a handful left in that purple section in the upper right-hand side, doing it upside down, flip the whole puzzle around so that way they can get to it. Really good work when you're only dealing with the gradient. And Anime hits the button. Congratulations.
We just had a whole bunch of people finish in the same minute, and I didn't have them on screen. So we also had Francisca. Congratulations. And Rosa. Thanks for keeping your cameras on, that I can check it. And here comes Tamar as well.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations. It's, as somebody says, this is mental. Yes, it's going crazy. All right, let's see. I'm just going to fill up the screen because I think everyone's on their way. Oh, Anna on her last pieces.
Go, 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 everybody. I believe, you know, one of the affirmations, if you're not good at giving yourself affirmations, just know that I believe in you and I know that you can hit a fantastic time. Right, and I am cheering for you, and you can go as quickly as possible, and we think that you can do it. You're absolutely flying here. Maria finishes. Congratulations, Vicky. Dre, I'm not too far behind. Kristen doing a great job. This is having this many. How many are we up to now, Michelle?
26 finishes.
26 finishes. That just shows you the caliber of puzzlers that show up to the Euro Jigsaw Jam. On a regular basis, that can go that quickly and smash a puzzle. Even though this might be an easier puzzle, it is not easy to keep your attention and keep that physicality going for that long. This is really, really good stuff. Congrats, everybody. I can't wait to see how many people have hit a PR after doing this one, or came close to their PR.
Yeah, let us know how this was for you speed-wise. I know a few people wrote to me and told me they got their PR, so I'd love to know. Or is this one of the fastest puzzles? Did I reach my goal?
I think
Yes.
It's certainly going to be up there for first look fast puzzles.
And Rika is done. Frugi. Oh, it's just flying. There's like so many here.
Just a cavalcade of finishes rolling in. Tammy coming into the finish line here. So quick. I love seeing Tammy finish. You know, her close is so clean and methodical whenever she works through. A lot of people kind of panic and flail around, and Tammy is just so direct. She's like, no, this one goes exactly here, and wrapping it up. And Tammy hits done. Congratulations, Tammy. Very well done.
So people are
Jen Lunsford coming into the close as well, only has that lower right-hand side. Is going to wrap that up pretty quickly here too. Oh, wow. Do you, you know, I wonder if we're going to clear the room here. Are we going to have a situation where everybody finishes? And I really hope so. It's looking very possible. Jen Lunsford finishing up. I think Inga is also closing in about the same thing. Can they both keep this under the 40-minute line? We're going to find out as we creep in closer. I don't envy the background crew having to figure out who to put on the cameras when, because there's so many people finishing so quickly that it's you got to have like 18 eyes in the back of your head to try to keep track of everybody.
All right, and Jen just finished as well. Fantastic. And here goes Cameron. Oh, sorry, Inga last piece.
There we go.
There we go.
And congratulations, Jen and Inga.
Yeah,
man.
and just a shout out that a lot of people, so this is the new batch, so we have a lot of people who graduated out of the 50 plus club into the sub 50, and this is their first sub 50 competition, so everyone is doing really great there. And Rika is done.
Oh wow! If you're in the YouTube chat, cheer on the people that are left. Let's clear this room. Let's see how many people we can get to under the 45-minute line. Let's call them in. It's gonna be great. Sarah doing a great job coming in on those reds. I think that's Netta. Only has the upper right-hand side remaining, those dark purples, and using that evening sky-like gradient to wrap up. Very, very well done. Natalie on the lower right-hand side. Cameron, one of the more unique processes, didn't finish in the lower or the top side, is now going in for the orange, and I think he's going to go very, very quickly here because that's those classical sunset colors. He's going to be able to blow through those. And Enarus finishes. Congratulations. Paulina right behind. We might have everybody finish under the 45-minute line, and that's with several people that are graduating from the 50 plus club. This is absolutely amazing here. You always want to do your best on the puzzle. The rankings just kind of take care of themselves. And right now, I'm really hoping that everybody is getting their fastest PR or close to their PR time.
Yeah, so sending our best wishes to Cameron, Natalie, Sarah, Ulla, and Katie Wren, who are doing a fantastic job. And just keep on pushing. Don't forget to breathe. Feel the adrenaline rush. I hope Cameron's telling himself, I've got this, because you do got this. You can keep this in under the 44-minute line. Just keep on pushing. We believe, we know you can do it. Natalie, take a couple breaths, keep on pushing. We know you can do it. Trying to check out what some of the other folks have said about this one. Katie, did Katie send one in? No, Katie didn't. But Katie is going to absolutely crush this one. Just keep that pace going. We're seeing a lot of people closing different places now, which is fascinating to see. Sarah has that lower right-hand side, those pieces on the opposite end. So a couple extra transfers here and there, but doing a really great job. Cameron, you see that piece fly away as he comes into the. Yeah, you can see he really accelerated there in those last pieces. Congrats, Cameron. And he said that usually when he has about 20 pieces left, he gets the feeling, I've got this, and then he can speed up towards the end.
And you certainly did got this. Under 44 minutes is really fantastic.
And just because I said that it was my goal to make the fastest speed puzzle in the world, like, of course, it doesn't mean for everybody. Everybody has different skills and different, strengths. And in the end, I don't want anyone to say, oh, that I found the puzzle really hard. That was the point. Of course, it doesn't. Of course, there's no guarantee that everyone's going to get a PB or anything like that, because people have different skills and have done different puzzles. But I think I just wanted to see, like, can we get everybody to finish? And can we get a puzzle where everyone can just puzzle their hardest and not have to stop or get stuck or have to shape sort, and can just go with the flow? So I'm really happy to see how everyone's doing tonight. So there goes Sarah. Congratulations. Natalie is done. Fantastic.
Congratulations.
It's gone so fast, I can't even remember who finished first. Kati finished. All right. Kati, if you want to join us, feel free to turn your mic on.
Hello, can you see me?
Not yet.
One sec. Oh, okay.
Hi,
there
Kati.
You are.
Nice to see you again.
Yes. So tell us what you thought when it came out of the wrapping.
Well, I knew what you said before about the puzzle, that you intended to create a very fast puzzle. And when I saw it, I thought, yeah, could be, but I wasn't entirely sure. But I have to say, like, I'm not the best at judging images, whether they are fast or not. So I couldn't really tell if it was a super speedy puzzle or not. But after like I had done the first 2 sections, I was sure, okay, this is going to be fast. Yeah.
Is that your fastest time on a first
Yes.
attempt?
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations. And
Fantastic.
congrats, Julia, for finishing. Well done.
Well done,
Thank
Ula.
you. I'm not even sure if I had a sub 30 before on a first try.
That's awesome.
So you did a great job on creating it.
Thank you. And are you a fan of gradients in general?
Yes, I would say so. And also, like, it's not really a gradient, but all of the text inside the boxes had different fonts. So this was also a thing to sort, which worked very well. So I just followed that mini grading. Like, it's not really a gradient, but it's on top. It's different letters than at the bottom. So that also worked pretty well.
How much do you use the like backgrounds versus the foregrounds whenever you're dealing with text on something like that? Or is that even a thing you think about?
It's not a thing I think about, but I think probably I use the foreground more than the background, and I try to go by, like, for example, on a line, like if there are 3 lines of puzzle pieces that build up one word, most of the time.
I just want to point out Katie Wren finished. Congratulations, Katie.
Congrats, Katie. Well done.
Most of the time, the pieces on the bottom row have less text on it than like the center row, for example. And by that, I try to judge where the pieces connect.
No, that's really cool. How do you when you're doing something like this, how do you decide which direction to start going in? Because I think if I remember it, you started off with like that white clump and then branched outwards and downwards. Is that were you just sunbursting around from that, or were you like, this orange section is going to be pretty straightforward?
Yeah, I mostly go by which pieces stand out the most to me when I look at them while flipping, and that's why I started with the orange section actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and then I continued with the whites, and then I decided to just follow along because I think it's always easier if you have already something to connect to. Like, it wouldn't make sense if I started with the pink and then continued with the green in the top left corner, because it's just like I'm starting all over again and I'm not using the pieces that I've already built. So, but there's no specific reason why I continued with the pink and not with the purple, for example. It's just what stands out most to me next, and then I go along. And I didn't even think about it when, like, starting the puzzle. I just knew, okay, I start with this, and then I don't know how I will continue. It's just go with the flow.
We were both kind of wondering if because sometimes whenever there's text on a puzzle, it's easy to get into the loop of like reading the text and really thinking about it. Because these were like affirmations of like, hey, think about this, do this. Did that crush your mind at all, or were you going so fast it didn't even register?
When I build text, I don't read it. I barely know what the texts say. Like, I don't know. I don't think it helps me. I just go by the abstract shapes without thinking about what it says.
No, that makes a ton of sense. What I know that you started on that orange section. Was there a section on there that you were nervous about that ended up being easier than you thought, or one that was like your favorite?
I think I expected the blue section to be the hardest, because this text, the font's pretty hard, I guess. Like, these thin lines, they are just like, you can go off of anything with this. Like, there's only from the W this swirl, but other than that, it's just nothing that gives me any clues how they go together. So that section I was a bit worried about. and also because the gradient isn't super clear. Like there is dark in the bottom and on the side, and the light parts are as well mixed. So I think that part I was a bit worried about, but it ended up okay-ish. So
If next week a puzzle like this pops out, are you going to be ecstatic?
I guess so.
No, it's really cool. Tell me a little bit about going into Worlds. Does the personal best on this puzzle make you really excited going in? Like what are you feeling?
As I said last DJJ in the interview, I just started my practice sessions, and it didn't really go well, to be honest. I felt like I couldn't really get into the speed because there was nothing like pushing me, and even the music didn't work, so I was a bit concerned. But like that is something I learned from the European Championships, that if I'm in the competition environment, then everything is there and it works, and I don't have to be worried about anything. But yeah, so I think considering that in the practice sessions I wasn't really fast, and now in the two last competitions I won both of them, it gives me a lot of confidence going into Worlds, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I saw that you answered the question. Yeah, you want to tell us your answer to the question? So what do you tell yourself when you are struggling, or what kind of positive messages do you tell yourself?
I think I forgot what I answered, but I know like from my mind. In general, when I'm competing, I keep telling myself that I'm an amazing puzzler no matter what the results are going to be, because for me, I struggle more with having the pressure than to push myself. If that makes sense. So I try to tell me like things that take off the pressure of me. And then I also like try to think about puzzles I have done in very fast times. For example, like this one, this will be in the collection of puzzles I will go through. Yeah, and just tell myself to not think about like the others and what is going on, and just stay with me, and yeah, don't like let the puzzle define too much about how my life's going to continue. Like it's just a puzzle.
I really like that. Yeah, don't let the puzzle define, like don't let a bad puzzle define you as a puzzler.
Yeah.
Because I like what you said. I'm an amazing speed puzzler no matter how I do on this particular puzzle, you know.
Exactly.
So everybody who's training and is doing their best, they're turning up to a competition. They are an amazing speed puzzler, and if they get a bad puzzle, it doesn't define them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't define all the experiences and training that they've built up.
Yeah. Especially for some people in the competition environment, it's even harder to focus and to like build up the speed. So this might also be a factor that influences how you perform. So yeah, I think we should all just be a little more calm about this and just enjoy the puzzles.
Your mic, Jim?
Thank you. I pulled a Michelle. I think a lot of puzzlers can really be easier on themselves just across the board. We talk about a lot where like if you're really tight while you're doing things, like it just makes everything more difficult. So sort of like what you said, take it a little easier on yourself. Even though there's people doing commentary and cameras in your face and all that, it's a celebration of the thing that you're doing, not being super, not being really scrutinized for making mistakes or anything like that. It's being excited about you doing things well. And I think all the puzzlers would be really good to remember that.
Yeah, and I think also something that you alluded to in a previous interview, Kati, is that you know the people that love you. That's regardless of your speed puzzling ability. Of course, people admire your speed puzzling ability, but that at the end of the day, if you never did another puzzle, the people still love you for who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, Kati. Congratulations on a personal
Thank you.
best and
Thank you.
yeah, winning another EJJ. And we wish you all the best for your participation in Valladolid, but campaign for the title as well.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a few days.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
you.
All right. And Victor, if you're still there, come in and say hi.
Hi.
Hello. Can't see you yet.
Yeah, sorry. So my internet is kind of bad, and I feel it would lag if I turn it on.
Okay, no worries. How do you feel, Victor?
So this puzzle is kind of the perfect example of why I would want to have two puzzles in the final. Because like this is perfectly the exact opposite of what I am good at.
I love the world where you think that this might not be the kind of puzzle you're good at when you went under 30 minutes, sir.
I mean, okay, so maybe I worded it wrong. What I meant is that I'm not as fast compared to other people as on different puzzles. With those very easy puzzles, I'm aware that the differences are going to be much smaller, and the luck counts also, and the skill of just looking at the pieces that Kati has, and I still am not able to perform as well. So yeah, I'm very much scared of the very easy puzzles in the final, and also vertical puzzles. So when
True,
I pull
it is
up
a vertical
back-
puzzle. I didn't even notice that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I agree with what you say in the sense that I know that you were very good at the hard puzzles, that the puzzles where people look at and go, oh, look at those trees or the ice or the snow or whatever it might be, you can excel at that. And I think busy puzzles or like collage puzzles, a lot of people can be fast at, but not the more challenging puzzles some more people can really shine in those ones. Some people will just do better at the other puzzles that will stand out more.
Yeah, and also one thing I want to mention, because she already left, but I'm really happy that the world finally saw Jagoda in the big stage, because Jagoda wasn't in Polish nationals and is going to Spain. So I'm very happy that finally she is being recognized. I mean, she was in the 50 plus because she bought it before she knew that she can go fast. So that was the first time, but I'm very happy because in Polish online competitions, it's like 50% or more of the chances that I'm going to be beat by Jagoda. So.
Yeah,
well, it's really exciting to get to see Jagoda puzzle, and I'm also just excited as to like the level of care and thought you put into your puzzling, because I think you're one of the more cerebral puzzlers out there, and the fact that you know that you can do better on slightly different puzzles and still do this good is really, really cool. What sort of things do you remind yourself whenever a puzzle like this comes out? Because you were saying that it it's the combination of things that you're not the best at the moment, but like what do you tell yourself to like push through that moment of negativity?
So maybe judging by this one, actually there was no positive affirmation. All this time I was like, I don't want to look at this. I just want to be done.
I mean, that counts, the sooner you get it done, the sooner you can stop doing it, right?
Yeah, and I have to mention, like, I can recognize a really nice puzzle, and this is very nice, but it's also like very much not for me. So it kind of happens a lot in the online competitions, and I'm happy that it happens because it's better to have the experience of doing things that you don't really want to do. And to be honest, with the Ravensburger puzzles that I have been doing lately and for the last like half a year, none of them really was a challenge, a big challenge. So it's fun to have something that is going to again challenge you mentally too, even though it's easy.
I really like that it can be a challenge and a learning experience regardless of which what the difficulty is, and more about challenge for your skill set, which is really cool.
Yeah. And also, yeah, so you didn't ask, but I will answer. It was my new PB.
I was getting ready to ask. That was on our list of things, and I had a sneaking suspicion. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. And it was only by 3 seconds.
Hey, it still counts when you're in the rarefied air of the maximum that you can do. Anytime you move the needle, that's a big deal. Congrats. That's huge, Victor.
Thank you.
If you saw this puzzle or a slower one that you knew was more your style, because a lot of people going into the prelims next week, they're nervous about having to pick which puzzle. Which way would you lean? A puzzle that's more your style but you know is probably slower, or one that's like this?
So I have this privilege that I don't really like. My choice isn't really going to affect me that much, because or maybe if we get like totally different puzzles, like we get a postcard and glacier, then maybe. But in general, when we get similar puzzles but different, and one of them is kind of harder than the other, it's not going to be it's not going to slow me down as much to not be able to qualify. That's my theory. So I think that in the preliminary, I would try to, at least in the solos, I would try to pick a puzzle that is more comfortable for me, and with the big if. So if it's if the more comfortable puzzle is clearly the harder one by much, then I would just take the easier one and just deal with it.
That's really good, and I know that a lot of the top puzzlers are in a similar mindset of whatever you pick, the goal is just get through and get to the next qualifier round, right? For people that might be on the bubble and are a little anxious about being able to like get to the next qualifying round, what sort of things do you think they should tell themselves whenever they go to make a pick?
So how to make a pick, or when they already picked?
Well, less about how and more just how to like convince themselves that they've made the right choice, right? Because a lot of times you can pick the puzzle, and then if the other people around you have done something different, it's not entirely clear until about 15 minutes in whether you made the right call or not. So how would somebody kind of convince themselves that they've made a good decision?
I think I would just imagine that the person sitting next to me is faster than me, and like always, and I have no chance of beating that person. And then if they choose a different puzzle and they finish before me, then it's just because they're faster. And then the factor of choosing the puzzle doesn't really matter mentally. The difference is when you are not finishing and you see that many people finished, then this is a problem, because I know not many people would be able to deal with that in a right way. Because I think last year, if this rule was introduced last year, I think I would also have some anxiety with that. I don't know, like it's very hard to say. What I would say myself and what I would do is to be, okay, I chose a wrong puzzle. Oh, okay. Like I cannot change it now, right? So I would probably just, get into my despair on the next day. But in the moment, I have to finish the puzzle. If I don't finish the puzzle, or if I finish it slower, I'm just making it worse. So just do the same thing that you always do. If you chose wrong, then maybe it's for a reason, maybe it's not. Like, well, maybe if it's for a reason, it's the wrong way to say that. What I meant was that this is also what I think Wars wants to do with this rule is that they want to also take into account the ability of choosing the puzzle. So you also need to train that. And you cannot really be that hard on yourself if you choose wrong, because there are not really that many established ways to train it. Everyone is kind of doing it alone and trying to understand what's happening. This is new and we never seen it before. So this is the first year, and I don't think there's much sense to try to stress about it as much.
That's a really good point, because it's a new thing. Everybody is going to be struggling with it a little bit and figuring out what works and what doesn't. I tell people, whatever choice you make, that is the right choice for the next 30 minutes to an hour while you're working, right?
Exactly.
And as long as you go, well, this is the choice that we're at, it's the right one, I believe in it, you can then let go of a lot of that uncertainty and focus on the job at hand, which is doing the puzzle.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. What are you most looking forward to next week?
Probably everything.
Okay. I was really hoping you were going to say getting to hang out with me and Michelle, but I get it. There's other stuff going on.
Well, you're kind of in the everything bubble, right?
Go on.
There are so many things that are going to happen. I already was talking with some interesting people to do some fun stuff outside of the competition in between rounds. And also, it's hard for me to choose my main category because I love doing solos. I love my team, and I'm also very excited for pairs because I think Natalia and I, we need a redemption arc after the Europeans.
I think it's certainly in the cards, and you've got such a big heart that I think it's great that there's so many things you get to look forward to. I know a lot of people get stressed about the competition and everything, but there's lots of other things to do outside of just what's happening in the dome at any given moment that you get to look forward to, and that's really cool. How do you feel about people just running up to you and going, "Oh my God, Victor, you're my favorite person in the entire world"?
That was very weird last year for me.
Because it might happen again this year.
Yeah, last year I think when I was just going to Worlds, I think I had 200 followers. Right now I have more than 1,500. So there will be many more people that would come up to me and talk to me, and I really like that. I really like talking to people that I don't know, especially because I cannot talk to people. I will never come up to anyone, even if I know the person. Most of the time it's just oh, I don't want to bother you right now. If you have a time and you see me, okay, come to me. And I just look from the distance.
Well, I came up to you in Burger King.
True, yeah.
No, that was really cool. That was one of for me, that was a really great start to the trip. Well, not even the start of it, because Fruji came and already had Fruji staying with me the night before, and then we got to the train station, and then it was just oh, there's a speed puzzle. And first of all, we needed to eat, and then we arrived in Burger King, and there's Victor and Kiara and a bunch of other people we recognized. And then we moved, after we'd eaten, we then moved into the main section of where you got to give off your luggage and wait at your gate. And then there was more people everywhere. They're from Britain, they're from UK, I've seen them, I know them. Yeah. So in general, the rule is if you if you want to say hi to Victor, then just go ahead.
Yeah, he's come up to me.
Maybe be a little cautious if it's right before a round, so that way you can like get in your headspace and everything. But it's just walking around, say
I mean, my headspace is all over the place always, so it doesn't really matter.
Is there anyone, Victor, that you're looking forward to meeting?
I would really like to meet and talk to Marcia, who I have never met before. And also I'm looking forward to meeting Alejandro again. We have some fun plans with puzzles in between rounds, so that will be very fun. And also you too. I mean, Michelle, I already met once, but I have never met Jim.
I'm excited to get to hang out with you too, Victor. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, and we'll be. I guess the schedule will be posted in the coming days, but I can already say that Victor is going to be co-hosting a team round with me, so I'm looking forward to your company and all your interesting insights and yeah, strategies and breaking down the puzzles and yeah, watching the teams together.
Can't wait for that. It will be 4 puzzles, so there will be so many things to talk about.
It'll be a blast. Well, I'm going to ask you one last thing. Somebody in the chat, I think it's Nameless Queen, was asking, is there any requirements to go into the EJJ? They've never done a puzzle competition. I mean, part of the thing is, making sure that you can get shipped the puzzle and everything. So check EJJ for that. But somebody that's never done a puzzle competition, what advice do you have for them, Victor?
Prepare your table. and check your lights. If you can do a puzzle with your light and you see that it's too dark, try to find another place. And this is the only advice I have, because the rest of it's going to be all right.
I mean, I think that's pretty important. Is clear the table, and then it's going to be all right. That's words to live by, Victor. I'm really excited for you, and we can't wait to see you next week at Worlds.
Same.
So yeah, thanks so much, Victor. Congratulations on a fantastic time today and a new PB. And we hope that more of your type of puzzles, yeah, turn up in your rounds next week.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Victor. Oh, sorry, there was one more question. Somebody is asking if you would upload your video of you and Natalia doing the Ravensburger wolf puzzle, because they'd be really interested to see how you solved it in 18 minutes.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we have the video. I just need to download it. So yeah, I think that's doable. But I need to do. I mean, I can do it today because I also have this one video that I need to release before Worlds, that when I analyze all of the puzzles that I think are going to show up. So this is in the works.
Yeah, great. Well, we'll watch out for that video as well. Okay, thanks, Victor. Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. I just have a couple of things to mention before we close the stream. And look, it's 1 hour and 13, and everyone was done.
Cleared the room.
Under 50 minutes.
Absolutely amazing.
Yes. So Anami says her family has 3 copies of this puzzle, so she can bring 2 of them to Valladolid if somebody would like to purchase or swap with her. And now the other thing has dropped out of my mind. What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, I just wanted to read out a couple more answers from the theme of the day, because I thought there were some nice things in there. Francisca says, don't give up. You can do it for yourself and not for your placement. When I am struggling, I tell myself to focus and to keep going. I think it's really important to motivate yourself when you are struggling. Inga from Lithuania says, you can do it. Don't stop moving. Focus on yourself and not others. And Inga S from the Netherlands says, at competitions, I just tell myself out loud what I am puzzling or going to puzzle, mainly to keep my focus. And some, okay, come on, you can do this affirmations. So I'm just muttering to myself a lot. But in general, I don't get discouraged easily, so I don't really need it. In general, I give out a lot of compliments during pairs and team puzzling, but being happy with your own performance is a bit harder. And so Irina says she actually needs this at the moment, so she's looking forward to hearing everybody else's answer. So she needs to reset her headspace at the moment. So yeah, so maybe this was the right puzzle for her. And Yogoda says, you can do this, go, 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 and trying to take a deep breath, relax, and look at the puzzle from a different point of view.
I really like that one. I know and Jen Lunsford was mentioning doesn't have a lot of affirmations, but does catch herself saying, stop picking up that piece or move on. Move on is really important if you're super stuck. Just move on to a different section. That's great. Kirsten likes to take a moment and just concentrate on the music, take a breath, relax the shoulders, just take those couple of seconds to reset, which is really great.
That sounds similar to Vicky. Vicky says, the faster you finish, the less you have to struggle with. My best strategy is taking deep, big breaths, not puzzling for a few seconds. It doesn't sound effective, but then it helps me, and then I can just continue. And Mari says, Tigger, Tigger, reminding myself to be a Tigger. So bouncy, positive, playful, oblivious to negative stuff, as opposed to an Eeyore, mopey, sad, slow, getting bogged down. That's another way to look at it.
Yeah, just convince yourself to be in Tigger mode, and then the rest takes care of itself.
And Tamar says she reminds herself, you have done many puzzles more difficult than this one, so you can do that. You can do it.
All great advice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our stream for tonight. Thanks so much, Jim. And yeah, it was pretty exciting and intense there, just rolling on in with the times. Really exciting to see how everyone tackled this puzzle today.
Really phenomenal. I'm a huge shout out and congratulations to all the puzzlers. We cleared the room. That's what we always want to do, and so many people got personal bests and just did a wonderful job. So congrats to everybody. And Michelle, congrats to you for designing a very, very fast puzzle that a lot of people did great on. That's got to feel great.
Yeah, no, it was quite a unknown uncertainty, and once we sent it to print, when it arrived, I was just so excited when it first came, and I was just like, I just have to do it. I just have to know. Is it fast? Is it fast? And I was just thrilled to see my time on that one. And just, thrilled for everybody who got a personal best, and for everyone who just enjoyed the puzzle, even if it wasn't your fastest. But I'm really glad that no one struggled with this one. And so far, I mean, up until midnight tonight, there still might be some videos coming through, but so far everyone has managed to finish, and we're happy for everybody. So even Dora finished last night, and really...
Dora.
Yes. So thanks everyone who's been following along and leaving the comments. We look forward to seeing you either in person in the Dome or in the chat. And Jim, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, it's exciting, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
All right, thanks. Bye everyone. Good night.